This is Fisherman Andy coming at you. Not to be confused with my close counterpart, Coast Guard Andy. But what we're doing today is we're doing a little beach cooking here. So we got some fresh walleye. We're going to clean it up. It's already been mostly cleaned, but get the skin off of it. I got a potato and some onions and garlics and stuff like that. No, actually no garlic, but pepper. Step one, wash your potato. Alright, now you can just give it a good rub down. Cool. Now, order of operations, the potato is going to take a lot longer to cook than the fish. So, what do you think we should do? We should cook the potatoes first. Yeah. So let's give it a little bit of love with the fillet knife. Now this isn't a Dahmer type video, so if that's what you were looking for, you might as well keep scrolling. This will give the potato room for the butter to get in the middle, but also for the liquid to evaporate out of the potato so it doesn't go poof. And you don't want uncontrolled explosions of any type when you're cooking. That's bad. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, some quality foil, That should be about good. Now, if you're cooking on an unclean surface, just remember to have some sort of protective layer. And I feel like that's pretty good life advice in general. We got the potato. We got some butter here. Hopefully it's enough. I think it will be. But that's it. Use your tools. Boom. Now, oh, what's going on, Philippines? That should be enough butter for the potato. It's a little bit wet, so it will steam. And you'll have to be careful that you don't pour this butter. Oh, what's going on, EP? Extra P, You'll have to be careful that the butter doesn't go all the way all over the place when you open it up. So I'm going to put more butter on it later if I need to. So we're just going to make sure that we get a good wrap job on the potato. We don't want it to come undone at an inconvenient time. That's how accidents happen. Alright. So pretty well insulated. So we're going to take an intermission. Keep twirling, keep turning. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, not much of a coal base, but it'll work. Get in there, soldier. Yeah, not the best cooking fire in the world, but it'll work. Here's my poker / dog deterrent stick. I can't find it at the moment. That'll be an issue. It's a good thing these potatoes take time. It's a good fish, ain't it? Alright, this will work. Sometimes you just gotta adjust and overcome. Now, retrieval is going to be a rescue mission on that potato, but It's in there. It'll cook. It'll be fine. Yep. See? That's good. Now let's deal with the fish. About halfway with the flaying. He did a decent job. There's a couple bones in it, but you know, he's a guess, so yeah, it might be, you know, it was for this fish at least. But we got fresh walleye, you know, so it's like a perch but better. There's some bones in here, but it's not too bad. But we could. Nah, I think that'd be good. I only got brothers, so, you know, hey. Well, you gotta take the skin off, so let's do that first. And then you wanna make sure you got a good grip on your knife, clean hands, so give them a dip in the leg. You never know what you're gonna see. So I particularly love this method because you can get actually the knife right along the bottom when you're kind of overhanging on an edge here. You can get the knife right along the bottom. You want down pressure, but you don't want to break the skin. That fin in there. Rid of that, shall we? Get rid of the crunchies associated with it. And like I said, you know, this fish got mutilated when it was being filleted by my cousin, but that's alright. He tried. I didn't cut my finger off at the time. He didn't either, so this will be kind of more nuggets than fillets. I had to take it over the situation. But those taste just as good. Yeah, man's living the life. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So, put this in the clean plate since that's ready to go. This one's ready to go as well. And anyone freaking out about the lake water, you know, everything is going to be cooked off the fire anyways, so. Also, this is how you build a strong immune system. Tin foil's turning into the trash here. Yeah, you don't even know what a microplastic is. You know, you got a different type of micro pea pancake intake. Easier to fillet the fish the right way the first time than try to dig out the bones or whatever, so that's alright. Oh my god, yeah, show me that big monster. You would like that. Talk about Loch Ness there in the background. That's alright. They're little bones, they're not going to hurt you. I don't know what's wrong with the chat. Did somebody say something that got us in trouble here? Well, I think it's working. Might have lost internet because I'm not living in my basement. Hey, Zell. Glad to have you with us here. I'm not sure how many of you, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened to Diddy, but I don't know how many of you are familiar with walleye, but in my opinion, it's one of the best freshwater fish. It's a white fish. It's got nice firm texture. It's not like a filthy trout. Trout, overrated. But, so we got these guys. So with that being said, I'm going to season with salt, pepper, and the breaded flour. Once my fire is ready to cook on, it's probably getting pretty close. We're going to put it in a big cast iron pan. I forgot to set a timer for the potatoes, but I mean, a potato's not going to kill you if you eat it too soon. It'll just be a little bit hard. But I guess we're talking about the Diddy case again, but that's all right. Cooking this way will work for any type of white fish with firm texture. It just won't be as good as fresh walleye. Really, you're letting that fish do the work here. So the flavor's good. It's fresh. Some of you have obviously eaten poor fish before, and it shows. But just salt, pepper, lightly. You don't want to go too hard. Flip it over, and we're just gonna repeat the process on the other side. Oh man, the wind's taking all the pepper away, so be careful. That was just it. What type of taco are you going to eat, JFK? Yeah, well, guess what, buddy? I'm going to cook it, Captain Haddock. You're the type of dude that goes to sushi in areas and orders like teriyaki chicken. Ugh. So we got the fish and just dipping it in a bowl of flour. Just very lightly dredging it, and just dust it up. Should look, a little bit white, And then we're going to do the same thing with these little nuggets. So I got one good fillet and some nuggets. And the thing about the fillet is a little bit thicker. It'll take a little bit longer to cook, so they'll probably go in first. These guys, probably won't even have to flip these guys. I'm just going to dump them in enough butter on the cast iron, and it will be good. So, got my little breaded walleye cutlets and fillet, whatever we want to call them. Ready to go. I guess it's time we, Captain Haddock, I think you know what type of butter. Oh, sorry, did I say butter? Yes, we're using butter, not oil. Salt and pepper. Put anything more than salt and pepper on, a good fish, that's a crime. This ain't some garbage saltwater fish. It is the premium. It doesn't get better than fresh walleye. So, meanwhile, let's go get situated. Make sure we can get you some fire action here. Potatoes doing good down there. Sure, how do I want to do this? That'll work. Let me get cleaned up. On an ass whooping stick. on there. Still got good. Your meat is in water. Watch out for crabs down there. Crabs down there is never a good thing, unless you're in Maryland, but context is important. Now, when you're cutting the vegetables up, you don't want scales on them, so we're going to go give this a quick rinse. By quick rinse, I just mean flip it over. See, just like that. Let's see, I'm cold. I'm gonna go get my towel. What do we want to do here, folks? It's not quite flat, you want it flat. It's going to get harder and harder to handle, but it's alright. I know how to do things. Yeah, sometimes it's good to be one of them. There we go. Hopefully that's close to being level. Probably isn't, but it's alright. We'll adjust accordingly. So what if there's a little extra ash in there? That's fine. Okay. Well, I guess we'll be cooking on the right side of that. Let's see if I can move that a little bit over to get it a little bit more centered. Oven mitt works great for this, by the way. Whatever, that's good enough. We'll just cook everything on that side. First one that's going to go in is this big old fillet because it'll take the longest. Mama tells me I gotta eat some vegetables or I end up with fish brains. Well, yeah, I'm not eating all the butter, I'm just using it to fry with. If you don't use enough butter, especially when you're cooking with high heat, it'll start to burn. Like as you can see around the edges, the butter where it's not deep enough is burning. But I just tilted at that angle like what I totally meant to do. The butter is pooling up so it's deep enough so you don't have to worry about it because this pan's way too big for what I'm using, but it's the only thing that I had that was fire safe. So here we are. Where'd my fork go? Pokemon Go. Oh, that's a good joke. It's a walleye. So, I don't know what they call it in other places around the world, but here in Michigan, we call it the best. Oh man, I gotta watch out for Diddy coming in. We'll see. Actually, I think that fish is probably about done by now. Well, you know, that's alright. Now, if you're using a stump as a table for your cutting board, make sure when you're cutting, you're pressing into the stump so it doesn't go all over the place. So, I think this piece of fish is done. Oh yeah. A little bit crispy around the edges, but that'll work. Let's set it off to the chill factory. A little bit crispy around the edges. That's where the butter burned because I didn't use enough butter. We may be too. Oh. Yeah, that oil's too hot now. tossing them in like that, you're just going to hurt yourself. It's not worth it. Shit, missed. When that pan fell down, it got right over the direct heat, and, you know, it heated up a little too fast. Here. Now this is what happens if you do not pull out on time. Okay. Now I don't want to splash hot oil at me, what I'm probably going to do it anyways. I'm going to use the wood as a shield. Is that a Joey chilling? Did he? Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Joey. Yeah, walleye is delicious. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you better like them charred. Yeah, these vegetables are gonna suck. That's what happens when you get your fire too hot. That's not caramelized, that's just burnt butter. That's trash. Maybe some of the interior vegetables will be alright. What I should have done is I should dump the butter out and just use the skillet. So it looks like I'll just be having walleye. I feel like I've been punished appropriately because every time that butter sparkles, I get mad. But I guess it's time to check to see how we did with the potato. Hopefully that's not burnt to hell and back. Probably is. You know, incidents like these cause me to lose my confidence. Oh, there's B here now, so that's cool. Oh, man. Trump 24, hey, so that was a guy. Joke's on you, you do have a sister. You know, you can pull that iron skillet. Yeah, you're right. I screwed up, Sean. But saving a onion and half a pepper is not worth burning myself. I don't have an onion bit on me. Should have used oil. Oh man, there's a lot going on here. So, it's best that you got proper PPE when dealing with this. Oh, yeah, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot. Just throw that on the beach. And I'm betting I smashed my potato. I'll see if I can even find it. We'll see. Alright, I got the potato out of the fire. Skillet, you know, probably will burn the neighbor's dog when it comes over, so but I think it's inside, so really not too worried about it. Oh, man. That was Johnson's first name, Harry Kirk. Life's good, team. Life's too good. You ever heard the term hot potato? This is why. Okay, I can feel the potatoes a little bit soft, so probably means it's going to be good to eat. yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just take half the potato. Okay, that's cooked perfect. And what? Add my walleye, add my potato. And what? And I want a scenic fire in my background as I eat my meal, so just get that back in there. Get that going. Roll that in. And we've got a whooping stick and a fork for this. I'm just here for the comments at this point. Okay, so the bottom got a little bit charred, but as you can see, it's cooked all the way through. Maybe you can't, the lighting sucks, but it's still succulent and moist in the middle. Got a nice golden brown. Maybe a little bit past golden brown, but. Cut the potato open just like that so it doesn't burn me. Potatoes are pretty good at burning you for whatever reason. Doesn't that look good? And that skin is nice and crispy as well. Yeah, near miss. Stay off the beach. This ain't Normandy here. Don't sacrifice your fish for the potato, though. You gotta remember who the star of the show is. But no. I lost the potato, but that's all right. It's crispy skin. It seems that John Wilson and Kirk have some beef. Walleye and just a baked potato in the fire. Overcooked the other vegetables, so unfortunately. Thanks, BC. For anybody that's wondering, caught the walleye with the Shad Rap. Just trolling dead slow. No downriggers, or downplaners, none of that. Just one rod, one reel. Back the boat, back and forth, about 15 feet of water. night before, so it's still pretty fresh. Might want to see a doctor, John Joe. Okay, I thought for a minute that said trans sorority, but it just says trans son. So, you know, live and let live, guys. Live and let live. Just don't vote to raise my taxes. Hey, life's going good, you know. Well, kept the head, ate the body. So maybe this is a Dahmer channel. Inside. They're probably not in a bedroom, so Wally wasn't here, the little girl Veda wasn't here either, so it was fine. They probably need to be put up now that you're back. Like salt, pepper, walleye, it's freshwater fish, fried in butter, and then a potato that I wrapped up in tin foil with more butter and put it in the coals for 25 minutes or so. No lemon, don't need it. Usually don't put lemon on walleye. I like tasting the fish, not lemons, but I'll say on saltwater fish, I would agree with you, Kirk. Oh man, John Wilson's triggered about something. Must miss something. No. Oh well, these things happen, you know. Didn't harvest it with my hunting ability. I mean, it's red, John, but Democrats eat fish too. Nah, it just grows in like that naturally. Well, although John Wilson's mom pulled quite a bit out of it the other night. Well, I'm not a big fan of pepperoni nipples. But you know, it's personal preference, and you gotta work with what you got. I mean, It's not like I don't like pepperoni nipples. I just prefer smaller nipples. Just personal preference. Now, if we're talking about, no, I'm not like what's a movie where they meet the parents? Meet the Parents, where the guy's like, "Oh, I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?" No, I mean there's probably an anatomy term. I mean nipples and tits are two different. Sorry, teats, two different things. Ever heard the term useless as teats on a board? Yeah, I mean, John, that's why your mother has a tramp stamp of her at or behind, so I can remember her name as a unit, you know. And Johnson, Wilson, I don't even think that they're big enough. Well, they're sagging so far down the floor, it's like a whole, I don't know, kind of like a string cheese or like one of them really, really thin sausages. They're pretty saggy. I don't know, I think John Wilson lost on this one. Life's good. I mean, who do we think would win in a cage match? Maybe it's already happened. From the comments, it's possible between John Wilson and Johnson Wilson and Kirk, John Wilson's mother and Kirk. What do you think? He could be the reason why they're so saggy. Kirk. I don't know. Would y'all like to watch us live stream some fishing tonight? Turns out butter doesn't work that great for flambeing. You might get me to make a little flambe tonight for dessert. I could do that. Just cook some berries down in butter and sugar, put some liquor in there, lay on fire, pour it over some vanilla ice cream. That could be good. It's kind of a big lunch for me. The potato will keep me full. And again, I also got ingredients to make a pizza burrito. Yeah. No, I think people might pay to see that too, Pooh Bear. Oh, man. It's kind of like NASCAR. You might see some race strategy, you might see a crash. Sometimes it's nice when people put their pronouns in their email signature block so they know. Like, if my name was Casey, I would probably do that. Or Aaron. Hey, what's up, Blue Mold? was named Jesse, he wouldn't even have to change anything. Jessica, you can't swim. Alright, good old-fashioned trolling derper. Never heard that one before. Oh yeah. Seems like that's quite a jump from just cooking fish. Walleye, cooked in that skillet over there, and potato that was cooked in the fire. Well, I'm more curious if the face looks like orangutan, but that's a very strong visual you've just given us, Terry Christopher. Yeah, and I think John Wilson and Kirk have kind of reached a stalemate. I don't know, it seems like he and John Wilson has beef. But that being said, I think I'm going to call it a day. Well, Godzilla was pretty tall, so I think if you're going to go for that, you got to make some height to girth comparisons. Yeah, I think they do plot twists, or they know each other. And love is love. Concur. Just stay away from my dog. Sickos. Yeah, I don't care. Go Lions. Bathing suit. Yeah, well, what's wrong with that? Dirt picky mode. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. On that note, sure, go for Vikings, whatever. I'm calling it a day. Ciao, ciao. I got things to do.